Hi everybody, welcome to my podcast today. I wanted to talk about the telepathy between us and the pre-telepathy, I suppose that's what you call it. The situations that we get into where we think about somebody and then within a day or two we bump into them or meet them, or we just have a feeling that we're going to see them, just get that feeling, and then there they are, it's right in front of us, or they ring us. We are all telepathically linked, and even when we're not talking to each other in real time, we still have a telepathic link to that person. That's why when people have died, if they want to connect with you, they will play a song on the radio, you hear that song, and they'll make that telepathic link with you, or something will happen in the house, or you will knock over something of theirs and the photo will fall out. It's like a telepathic link that you retain even after they've died. The reason it's really important is that if you want to call somebody in, if you want to re-meet somebody or fix something up or meet your new partner, if you start telepathically talking to them and linking with them, there's a greater chance that you might meet up. Say you'd like really to meet somebody now and you know they're out there but you can't meet them. You can start speaking to them telepathically and say, hey, I'm ready. Give me a call or meet me at the shops, because you'll actually get a link. You'll make the link stronger. And for example, if you've got somebody who's not seeing you very much and you'd like to see them more, you can telepathically talk to them, and then you might find within a day or two you ring. Sometimes these telepathic links happen to when we're supposed to meet a new person. We won't know that's occurring, but on some level we've called them in or they've called us in, and then we'll be at the place, at the party or the wedding, or sitting right next to them at the same table, and then the relationship will begin. That's how spirit work. They get us to meet telepathically first, because we've already got the energetic connection with them. Often if they're new people, it will be past life. We've been with them before in a past life, and now it's destined that we spend some of this life together. So we already have that link. With other people, if they're new people, we'll start linking first on a telepathic level. That's why people dream about people and then within days they meet them, or they start thinking about somebody. I've got a few friends, and it's really cute actually, because we always know before we actually make contact that they're around, because I will be thinking of them, they will be thinking of me, and even when we connect, we'll say, yeah, I knew you were going to ring because I've been thinking about you, I've been picking you up. I always say I've been picking you up. Now, sometimes people will be picking us up too because we're thinking about them. Other times we will be picking them up because they're thinking about us. So if you've got any relationships that haven't worked out that well, or you're separated now for various reasons, even though they might have chosen the separation, you will know when they're thinking about you, because you start to have them in your mind and you know that it wasn't you who was thinking. So these telepathic connections are prior to meeting. They're very strong. Mostly we can quite easily act upon them. Therefore, if you've got a friend you haven't seen for a while and they pop in your head all the time, just give them a call, because there's like it might be a telepathic SOS. They might actually need a bit of whatever you've got to give, and vice versa in the relationship, and it'll be quite really healing for both of you. The other thing is that you can also, as I've spoken before in other podcasts, talk to people telepathically if you want to. It's quite easy to do. You just imagine them in front of you and you just have the conversation that you would like to have had with them. Now, sometimes circumstance makes it that you can't have it here. For example, maybe you're estranged, maybe there's been a fight and you're not talking to each other, or maybe they've actually died and you never got to have the closure. Well, you can still have that kind of closure. So you just have the little chat to them and tell them what you think and how you feel, and if you want to and you're in that place, you can tell them that you love them and forgive them for whatever happened, and you can actually telepathically fix it. The one I find the most interesting is the bump-ins. I always find those really interesting. Often one or the other person will actually say, yes, I was thinking about you this morning, so I'm not surprised I bumped into you. I've had that before. I'll be driving to a shop, I think about a person I haven't seen for a while, and I go to the coffee shop and they're there in the coffee shop. So the telepathic link, if you're tuned into it, can be very strong and very, very clear. And it'll actually help you to, so if you're telepathically thinking that you'd like to, as I said earlier, meet some new person, start talking to that person energetically. We can go to readers and psychics and they will tell us that we're going to meet this person and give you quite good descriptions. They're tall, blue eyes, whatever the description is, kind-hearted, have 3 kids. It could be as clear as that, but you haven't met them yet. And that can be divine timing. But if you want to make sure you're not blocking anything and that you're open to the relationship, if you start telepathically talking to that person, actually you'll bring them in energetically into your sphere more quickly. I really suggest you do this if you're tentative about meeting someone, like you might have been told, but you're a little bit scared now. Maybe you got hurt, or you're not sure if your antenna for meeting good people is good. And so now you just do that. You telepathically start speaking to them. And besides the fact there could be divine timing, which will actually hold you in place, it's a good way to make sure you're not blocking a new love relationship by telepathically starting to talk to them. I found the telepathic thing really interesting and quite fascinating to watch happening in my life. It will actually happen with people who are not particularly interested in the spiritual or the energy world. They will still have this telepathic link with you. I've got a few friends who are not really so much into what I do. It's not really their thing, but we're friends. And they still will say to me, yeah, I was thinking about you, so I knew we were going to catch up. They just know. It's just like a knowing you have. And they start to be in your mind off and on for maybe a week or 2 before. And then one of you rings. And both will say, oh, yeah, I was thinking about you. I knew we were going to have a little chat or a catch up. I think it's quite beautiful, the telepathic talking that we do. I think it's quite gorgeous. And I think, too, it reassures us of the spiritual world, but also it stabilizes and actually fortifies your relationships with these people that you have these links with. I can always tell when people are thinking about me. If people have got regret about the choices they've made in their life with friendships, because some people just walk away all the time because they won't deal with stuff, those people. And if you challenge them in any way or say anything, they just disappear because you're like their conscience, or you've spoken the truth, they don't want to face the truth. Well, those people will still be thinking about you and you'll feel it. I usually, when I have them telepathically coming in like that, and I know it's not me thinking about them, I just send them a lot of love and a lot of healing and ask that their life goes well. So you can actually use it as a really nice spiritual practice, where even if you've got people who aren't with you now, you can still send love and support to them. And also forgiveness if they've been naughty, because some people don't do it in a very nice way. I always think it's interesting because once they pass and then the other side, they'll actually see clearly. And I've had a few of them come back a little bit repentant because they saw what was the truth and they saw what they did and how they did it and maybe the damage that they've caused in their life, and they've come back and actually said that they were sorry. And I think that's rather a powerful thing as well. And it shows you too that the telepathy remains after people die, which I think is really good for you to know. So if you lost your mum or a sister or a close friend, they're still there and you still talk to them because you have that telepathic connection. And you can still have your little conversations in the car or in your head with those people when you go for a walk, and they will hear everything you say. And this is a really good thing to know, that even when people die, the telepathic link remains. It remains so in the human world here, but it also remains in the ethereal world in the other dimensions. Start looking around. Start listening to your telepathic messages that you're getting from people, like when you can feel their name coming over and over again. I usually get their name over and over again. That's what I get. And when you start doing that, you know that they're thinking about you and you can send good thoughts back to them. Or if they're close friends or part of the family you haven't seen for a while, you do the phone call. And you say things like, I was just thinking about you, thought I'd give you a ring to see how you're going. So enjoy the telepathic links, and I hope if you are single and you're ready for a new relationship that you can call in your new person and telepathically start linking. The other reason it's good to do it if you've been told you're going to meet someone is that when you first meet, the meeting will be more comfortable and you'll be more sure because you've already been having a little chat to them. I've been told I'm going to meet somebody new, and a description of this person, send healing to them and have a little chat to them every now and then. We've been together past life, and now we're going to hopefully be together again this life, and I'm looking forward to it. And so I just keep talking to that person. I've been actually saying to Mark, come on, hurry up, because it's not me. I know he's dithering around there, out there, and not working out what he quite wants to do. He's got a few things to finish off, but I still have a little chat to him. And even though he's not getting that in a human way, because I don't think he knows relationships coming, he probably knows it energetically or on some level, but he doesn't know it on a human level. I do, because I've been told by so many people, and I know this intuitively. However, I'm just strengthening our relationship there, so that we actually meet as humans. We would have already met on the energetic level or the telepathic level, and that will actually make our relationship much stronger in the human world as well, and it will go well. So that's what I wanted to talk about today. It's nice that we have this link with people. I think it's really wonderful. And if you would like to make the links with some of your friends or people on the other side stronger, start doing a lot of talking to them telepathically. So I'm sending you lots of love and lots of light and lots of healing this week.